be experiencing this time tomorrow.
Yeah, we're trying to see that sunset just a little bit, right? But the clouds have taken forever to try to break up, and that's causing changes to this forecast. Things are just colder today across both northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, setting up for the storm system to also be colder. We've noticed the ice threats continue to sag towards the south, not only just for northwest Arkansas, but now we've got ice and sleet impacts coming in for the River Valley too, while just the pure rain stays farther towards the south. Snow's up towards the north. We've got a very wide swath of ice coming right towards our neighborhoods. Let's talk about the weather pattern right now. We've got that cold front that we had yesterday and the storms that we had last night. That continues to push east, but we have all this cold air that's just sitting right over us just in time for this next storm system to come in. Doesn't look like much, but as soon as this thing rises into Oklahoma, it'll start to bring a mix of both sleet and ice by about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's why a lot of schools are trying to figure out what to do, right? Because in the morning, we may still be dry for that morning commute. But right around lunchtime, right around what would be recess time, that's when the ice is going to be starting to move in. We're cloudy and we are cool in northwest Arkansas and in the eastern River Valley. We're trying to get a little bit of sun right before it sets right now in Sequoia County, LaFleur County, even Sebastian County. But with this storm, there's actually two separate waves coming on in. The first wave coming in tomorrow, especially for the noon hour and into the afternoon, this one looks a little bit colder. This one may provide mostly sleet in northwest Arkansas. Sleet is those kind of like little hailstones, just little ice pellets falling around. They make roads slick, but not as slick as pure ice, and we're likely to get a little bit more ice south into the River Valley. Then we take a little bit of a break late Wednesday night, and by the time we're waking up Thursday morning, another round of precipitation will move in. This one colder. This one may switch back over to rain for the River Valley, especially south of I-40. But in northwest Arkansas, on top of the sleet we got the day before, more ice is coming in. I tell you what, this is going to be a mess. We're going to talk about accumulation chances and what you may expect, but it's really all about impacts. What do you expect when you walk out the door tomorrow morning, and what do you expect the next couple mornings too? Well, taking a look at generally the ice threats, most of them are in northern Arkansas. Look at the mountains too, and in eastern Oklahoma. That's where we're expecting the most amount of ice, over 4/10 of an inch, getting close to that half-inch mark. In northwest Arkansas, a lot of us are going to get about 1/4 of an inch, and a lot of us in the River Valley. Also, now, what's new? 1/4 of an inch as well. Farther south towards Boonville and Waldron, maybe down to 1/10. But how does this compare to 2009 and 2000? 2009, that was our storm in northwest Arkansas where we got closer to 1.5 inches to 2 inches. We should not be near that. That sleet is actually helping us out. Otherwise, our ice would be higher. But getting closer to maybe 1/4 of an inch to about 1/2 inch of ice, generally we can get scattered power outages for about 24 hours. Remember that ice storm in 2009? Some of us had power without power for a week or more. In the River Valley, that 2000 storm, we had about 2 to 3 inches of ice, and we were without power for more than a week. We're not expecting that much, but probably right around 1/4 of an inch. We can still get isolated power outages, but really just roads and bridges are likely to become slick. The reason why our ice isn't as high is because we're expecting a lot of sleet to move in. I mean, 1 to 2 inches of sleet, that's not easy to do over the course of 2 days. But we've got the sleet coming in, mixture of ice, it's just gonna be messy. Speaking of roads though, tomorrow afternoon, that's when we start to probably watch the roads get a little bit slick, and then they are really icy by Wednesday night all the way through Thursday. We finally wrap up the ice by Thursday night, and into Friday, hopefully we can start melting some of this ice. But let's walk through Futurecast together. Tomorrow morning, we'll walk out the door. We'll just watch the sleet and ice move in. That's that pink color, but it's including both northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And additional ice is coming right in for Thursday, Friday. So the impacts are likely to be high. It's going to get slick. Area wide, northwest Arkansas, River Valley, no matter where you go, you got the chance for ice coming in. It's going to get slick, but we do warm up quickly by this weekend, so anything that does fall will melt here soon.
Yeah, very quickly too.
Yeah, it's
sure.
very repetitive of what we had just a few weeks ago, minus
completely.
the amount of snow, obviously.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, thanks. Well, today is Tuesday.